Hey everyone, Chris here, and I'm in the comfy chair today. And I wanted to share two things, instructional design wise. The first is the importance of doing what you can to be creatively inspired. Um, Everyone's got a different way of doing that and sort of watching their inspiration. It's kind of like watering the plants. You got to do it or they die. And so you have to get out and sort of keep filling your well of creativity. Today, my mother came by and we ended up going across town to a beautiful park that was having a like an art festival. So there had to be well over 100 artist booths. And all of these artists, fine artists, so we were walking around checking them all out. And I found this one guy who's a digital artist, graphic designer, and I was just mesmerized. So I took his card. I'm going to do a whole artist study on him probably this weekend and cyber stalk him, the whole deal. And it made me think of, my own efforts with graphic design and digital art. And I wanted to share one of my new favorite tools. And that is this little guy. So this is a first generation Apple Pencil. It has the little top where you charge it. Um, And even though this little design flaw is kind of annoying at times, I'm always terrified because the way you do it is, those who haven't played with the old, you stick it in the thing, and it charges like that, which is really convenient, if you're out in a cafe and you didn't bring anything to charge it with. But I'm always nervous it's going to snap off. Um, so for that reason, I probably recommend the newer version that has a little wireless charging. But the Apple Pencil and a number of apps on the iPad. The one that I use most often is Adobe Draw. So actually, there's two apps I use all the time. The first is, what's this one called? Uh, Note Shelf. I use a tool called Note Shelf that lets you take, where's something I got that's nonsense? Oh, random nonsense. All right. So it lets you take handwritten notes and it'll sync them to Evernote, which is kind of cool. And it just stays them on here. I like this one also when you get sent forms, do them up. Anyway, the other one that I use all the time is Adobe Illustrator Draw. And, I've been working on my illustration skills because they're kind of bad, but it is quite literally just drawing in Illustrator. So, I've got anything to sort of practice. So, I'm getting my illustration skills up to par. Um, and this tool makes it really easy. So what have I got in here that was actually work related? Here we go. Here's the extended hype cycle for those who were hanging out with me the last couple of weeks. We've got the swamp of diminishing returns and the cliff of obsolescence there at the end. So you can use it for practical things. And with who am I thinking? With Adobe Captivate, now you can use like custom icons and the whole deal. Mm. I wish I wish this integrated better with Adobe Captivate. I mean, but it's kind of cool. What do we got in here? But the best thing about this app is you're still working in layers. You're using the pen, and then if you hit the share button, you can share directly to the desktop apps. You click on that, and we go directly to Adobe Illustrator or Photoshop. So you can work in here wherever you happen to be, come back to the office, open up your laptop, open an Illustrator, and you get all the layers and you get all of the individual strokes, which is fantastic for doing the fine editing for if you gotta like fix something up. And I love this tool, and I'm really excited about this fall when the updates come, and you can use the iPad and the Apple Pencil the same way you can a Wacom tablet, and use the full Illustrator right on the thing. And yeah, the Apple Pencil and Adobe Illustrator Draw is a fantastic instructional design tool. And it doesn't even matter if you're going to be using these tools and doing your own graphic design work freehand. The underlying point is to stay creative and to keep working on getting that inspiration. So we moved to a new city. My membership card for the Museum of Art is supposed to be here in a couple of days. My kids got theirs, so once that comes in, we're going back to the museum. We just did the art show today. There's a fine crafts show coming up in another week or two. So getting out, and our city is also good for Friday art walks. So yeah, get out, get some inspiration, and have fun. Anyway, I'm gonna let you go, and I will talk with you tomorrow.